Have you ever wondered why, despite working hard and staying disciplined, most people only reach the top 10 or 20% but rarely break into the elite 1%? Today, we're diving into what truly separates the ultra successful from everyone else. It's not just about discipline or grinding harder. Instead, it's about shifting your mindset and transforming your emotional relationship with work, failure, and time. We'll explore insights from Joe Hudson, a coach to Silicon Valley's top executives, and discover how emotional intelligence and sustainable motivation can help you get ahead of 99% of people. Let's start by understanding the real problem with conventional advice. We're often told that discipline and hard work are the keys to success. But if that were true, why do so many disciplined people still feel stuck? The truth is, discipline alone can only take you so far. It helps you reach above average, but it doesn't unlock the next level. The real breakthrough comes from changing how you approach challenges, setbacks, and your own emotions. In this video, we'll see why relying solely on willpower leads to burnout and frustration, and what you can do differently to rise above the crowd. One of the first habits of the top 0.1% is prioritizing pace over perfection. Instead of waiting until everything is perfectly planned, they move forward with just enough preparation, sometimes only 20%. This approach allows them to learn quickly from real-world feedback and adapt as they go. Overcoming the fear of making mistakes in public is crucial. The willingness to act before feeling fully ready is what accelerates growth and separates the best from the rest. Let's see how this iterative mindset works in practice. Iterative mindset is all about making progress through small, repeated actions. Instead of getting stuck in analysis paralysis, top performers take action, gather feedback, and adjust. This cycle of action and reflection helps them learn faster than those who wait for perfect conditions. The key is to see mistakes as opportunities for growth, not as failures. By embracing this mindset, you can break free from the fear of public mistakes and unlock rapid personal development. Fear of failure isn't about the failure itself, it's about the emotional pain that comes with it, like embarrassment or shame. Neuroscience shows that the amygdala, a part of our brain, actually suppresses motivation after negative outcomes. This survival mechanism can hold us back in modern life. The ultra-successful learn to embrace and even fall in love with their emotional states, including the negative ones. By exploring emotions with curiosity and acceptance, they reduce resistance and gain clarity. Let's look at how emotional mastery changes the game. How do top performers master their emotions? They use techniques like curiosity-driven exploration and acceptance-based therapies such as acceptance and commitment therapy (ACT). Instead of fighting negative feelings, they get curious about them, asking what these emotions are trying to teach. This approach transforms emotional pain into valuable feedback, making it easier to move forward. By accepting their feelings, they avoid getting stuck in cycles of shame or avoidance, and instead, channel their energy into growth. Efficiency isn't just about speed or output. The most successful people redefine efficiency as the amount of energy they can serve through enjoyment. When you enjoy what you're doing, you're more productive, creative, and resilient. Enjoyment also attracts collaborators and customers, making your work more impactful. Measuring your enjoyment during tasks and finding ways to increase it can transform even mundane activities into sources of energy. Let's see how this habit works in real life. Tracking enjoyment isn't just a feel-good exercise, it's a practical tool for diagnosing inefficiencies. For example, some top executives track enjoyment levels in meetings to spot problems in team dynamics. On a personal level, you can experiment with increasing enjoyment in everyday tasks like taking out the trash or answering emails. By iterating and adjusting how you approach these tasks, you can make your workday more energizing and sustainable. This habit helps prevent burnout and keeps motivation high. Many of us are driven by internal commands like, "I should do this." But these should statements create resistance and drain our motivation. The ultra-successful reframe their tasks as choices driven by genuine desire, not obligation. This shift restores autonomy and energy, turning work into something you want to do, not just something you have to do. By eliminating should, you move from using dirty fuel and efficient draining effort to a more sustainable and enjoyable source of motivation. What happens when you replace obligation with genuine desire? You tap into a deeper, more sustainable source of energy. Actions motivated by love or interest are far more powerful than those driven by duty. This doesn't mean ignoring responsibilities, but rather finding ways to align them with your wants and values. When you act from a place of choice, your work feels lighter and more meaningful, and you're less likely to burn out or give up. Top performers don't see time as an enemy to be battled. Instead, they treat time as an ally, adopting a long-term perspective. This mindset shift helps them escape the trap of time poverty, the constant feeling of not having enough time. By focusing on planting seeds for future growth and prioritizing high-leverage actions, they achieve more with less stress. Quality becomes more important than quantity, and burnout is avoided by packing themselves strategically. Instead of reacting to every urgent task, elite performers identify high-leverage actions that simplify or eliminate multiple tasks at once. This strategic approach frees up time and mental energy for what truly matters. By investing in actions that have a ripple effect, you can achieve more with less effort. This habit is about working smarter, not just harder, and it's a key reason why the top 1% seem to accomplish so much more. Additional productivity advice focuses on discipline, willpower, and perfectionism. But Joe Hudson's approach, rooted in emotional intelligence and sustainable motivation, offers a more effective path. This method aligns with psychological frameworks like acceptance and commitment therapy and self-determination theory, which emphasize autonomy and acceptance. By challenging the cultural narrative of grind culture, we open the door to a healthier, more fulfilling way to succeed. These principles aren't just theoretical, they're used by CEOs and teams at companies like Apple, Google, and OpenAI. For example, tracking enjoyment in meetings has helped diagnose and fix organizational inefficiencies. By applying these habits in real-world scenarios, both individuals and organizations have seen measurable improvements in productivity, collaboration, and well-being. Let's explore some practical examples of how these ideas are put into action. You don't have to be a CEO to benefit from these habits. Simple personal experiments, like finding ways to enjoy mundane tasks, can make a big difference. For instance, turning chores into games or adding music to routine work can increase your energy and satisfaction. These small changes add up, making your daily life more enjoyable and productive. The key is to keep experimenting and iterating until you find what works best for you. Mental exercises like Tim Ferriss's fear setting, enhanced by emotional visualization, can help you overcome barriers and take bold action. By visualizing not just the worst-case scenario, but also your emotional response, you prepare yourself to handle setbacks with resilience. These exercises build emotional strength and reduce the power of fear, making it easier to pursue ambitious goals. While these habits are mostly psychological, technology can help. Tools like Spotter Studio use AI to enhance content ideation and productivity. Survey and feedback technologies make it easy to measure enjoyment in teams and organizations. The key is to use technology to support, not replace, your emotional and behavioral growth. With the right tools, adopting these habits becomes even more feasible and impactful. Organizations can benefit by integrating these habits into their culture. Measuring enjoyment in meetings, encouraging emotional exploration, and prioritizing high-leverage actions can transform team dynamics. Companies that adopt these practices see improvements in engagement, innovation, and overall performance. The feasibility is high, thanks to current technologies and a growing awareness of the importance of emotional intelligence at work. Ultimate goal is sustainable success, achieving high performance without sacrificing well-being. By transforming your relationship with failure, emotions, motivation, and time, you create a foundation for long-term growth. This approach is both scientifically grounded and proven in practice. It's not about working harder, but about working smarter and feeling better along the way. Let's recap the 5 key habits. 1. Prioritize pace over perfection. 2. Master your emotional responses. 3. Redefine efficiency as enjoyment. 4. Eliminate should and act from desire. And 5. Treat time as an ally. These habits, when practiced consistently, can help you break through performance ceilings and join the ranks of the top 1%. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination. Now that you know what sets the top 1% apart, it's time to start experimenting with these habits in your own life. Begin by tracking your enjoyment, reframing your internal dialogue, and embracing an iterative approach to growth. Remember, sustainable success isn't about pushing harder, it's about transforming how you relate to your work, your emotions, and your time. With these tools, you're well on your way to getting ahead of 99% of people.